What's up guys, Dave here back again. So there's a lot of videos out there of claims of theories of having caught a ghost on camera. Some that are obvious hoaxes and others that might create a little bit of skepticism or even convince some people. Well, now it's my time to make one of those videos. So a few days ago I saw that my buddy on the Dirt Show TV and his lady had spotted something on the TV series Goldbergs. It seems easy for people to be convinced from the first second. Maybe it's because they want to believe. I call them want believers. They forget to think with rationality and actually try to figure out what else it could have been, instead of just jumping to the conclusion right away that, oh, this is a ghost. This looks like a ghost. It must be a ghost. Ooh. Is that a white sheet or is it a ghost on my bed? I don't know. I just have a hard time personally talking to these kind of people who just can't seem to create a thought of their own. I mean, humans, they sure do seem to get a lot of weird hobbies when they die. Pushing things off tables, smacking doors and moving chairs. I mean, honestly, it sounds like an angry waitress to me. Could it be that a ghost, if coming from a human, is not the actual human anymore? I mean, the personality is gone and what is left is just a form of circulating energy. I don't know how exactly to explain it, but let's say a person was doing a sort of motion, a daily motion, like doing the laundry, walking up and down the stairs or whatever it might be. And it could also be that some feelings would get attached to the place, the motion, and then when they die, this energy stays and just keeps repeating it. And then that's how things get haunted. I hope it's not too confusing, and it's just a theory anyways, but it will kind of explain why ghosts don't seem to care, but just, what do I know, look out the window, walk back and forth the hallway, the room, sit in a chair, go across something past the door. There's no personality in it. It's not like going to come and ask you for a cup of coffee or something like that. It's just there, doing its own thing. A little like the time when people thought they saw Michael Jackson's ghost on TV. I don't know if you can spot it, otherwise just, we could pause the video right here. You can see like this shape, but not a physical form. Personally, I believe that a ghost can only have this shape spotted, like illuminated as a reflection of light, which means that it wouldn't be able to take into a physical form, but rather just be spotted if the light, shadows mixed together, you know, if it's manipulated the right way, if it hits right on, then you would be able to like spot the shape of it. Here you can see a few examples of what I mean, my idea of what they would look like. It doesn't have to look like a person, it could be a little cloudy. We also have to keep in mind that on camera there's the possibility of things like dust, insects, or rain, like raindrops on a window or whatever it might be, which can make it look like something mystical, but actually have a rational explanation. But this is just some of the things that the non-believers don't think about before jumping to that conclusion. And I hope to remind you guys in this video that think. And when you got a conclusion, think again. You might come up with another one. There's so many aspects to everything. There's not only one side, two sides, or the third side, which usually is, from my understanding, a mix of the two. So the third is closer to the truth. Then you can go on to a fourth. And at the end, you're looking above, you have all the aspects and things become a lot clearer. Something else we see on these paranormal ghost type videos are things being moved around with, such as this and this. Here I would recommend to always look out for the angles. You see, things like this can be done by pulling strings. So you gotta look out for them blind angles, man. Here I've tried illustrating the blind angle in this situation, where the car is being pulled out underneath the bed. there's a big proportion of the room where someone could be hiding, as the guy recording is only standing in the entrance of the room. This is not to say that it's impossible for things like this to happen, as yeah, I really don't know. I mean, not long ago I were home alone standing outside in the darkness when whoop, all of a sudden a stick is thrown at the bottom part of my leg. Like what the hell, man? There was no one else around. I took my flashlight out from my phone, searched around for a little, not a whole minute, you know, but just to see, is there anyone here? Is there an animal or something like that? But I didn't see anything. It was so weird. And it's not like there was any wind or something. I was just standing there and all of a sudden... I also tried sitting in my old room when all of a sudden a Rubik's Cube would fly out the window just like that. The Rubik's Cube was laying right around here. And I was just sitting there at the computer minding my own business when all of a sudden I hear something fall out and hit the ground. So I would imagine it to be something that could have been on the edge and just fell down right at the ground. But when I came out, you gotta believe me, it was laying all the way over here. So that's some of the distance to my window. And as I've decorated my shelves in the new room, this box with the bones in it used to rotate all the time. Like legit, I would place it like this, and 1 to 2 weeks after it would have rotated and lay like this. But guys, there is laws in this world, such as gravity, that makes the rules for how things move and are attached to the ground. Maybe that could explain this rotation too. And after putting some DVDs under the bones, it was no longer moving and have been sitting like this for a while now. So always think rational. Going back to the one spotted on the Goldbergs, season 6 episode 3, about 20 minutes in. If you look at the bottom left corner of the screen, you'll see a weird motion just about now. Going back to the video on the dirt show, there's a comment saying that it could be a crew blooper, which was one of my first thoughts too, as it seems very human-like, almost as if it's a person peeking in, then realizing he's not supposed to be there and pulls out. So let's try and play with that idea. Alright, so again, we got the scene right here, where you see the guy in the corner peeking in about now. Let's see, yeah, there he is. It looks so human-like. I actually am convinced that it's a human. Otherwise, if it's dust or whatever it could be, that's a very weird way to move. But yeah, I've tried to set up the situation one time again with myself, as you can see. I walk in. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, over here, please. Okay, it might be a little laggy because it's the editing process and I'm in Adobe Premiere, so it does not always go as smooth when it has not been rendered yet. But yeah, I will admit that I messed up with the light. It's not supposed to be this big of a difference, but bear over with me, man. It took me a while to even find time to record it, so I'm not going to do it over again. We'll just have to do with what we got, so yeah. You may ask me, what is the point? What are you trying to show me? Well, we see this transparent figure, human type looking dust. Alright. And I want to try and somewhat recreate it. About here you see me peeking in the corner. Oh, why is it so laggy? Come on. I'm coming in there. Yeah, there we have me. So, if it was recorded as a scene, as we see in the movie, it's a scene, and the guy peeks in, I would imagine with some sort of editing skills that I don't have, you would be able to make the person almost go away. But if it wasn't moving the way it is, you know, the camera motion, if the picture was just staying still the whole time, you would be able to crop it out. As you can see, I did with the line here in the middle. You see where it messed up? It's because I've tried to crop it down, so it wouldn't cross over me like this. Yeah, well. So if it was staying still, it would be no problem to just record a still scene without anyone in it, totally empty, and then just put this scene over. How can I explain that? If we take this just for a demonstration. Okay, so it's here I'm peeking in. If we had oh, this is going well. So if it wasn't that obvious that it's two different scenes, then imagine if it was only one and I saw that I was there by accident and I would have to edit it out. I would record an empty scene and then put it over like this. You see, then I'm gone. Do you get the idea? But that's just one way you could do it. But as I said, there could be a way to make someone transparent or almost invisible. I don't know how, but I know we could change the opacity. You see, if I scale this down a bit, I should become, yeah, invisible. If my setup had been better, then you wouldn't be able to see the line, as I said, the one you see right there. You would just see me as the invincible guy. Could I actually potentially show you what I mean just by using this clip only? Or just see that I had an empty background here. Wait for the shadows to disappear. Are you ready for some real action? We're going to make me a ghost right now. Okay, so this will be the bottom layer, the first layer, which will then lay the foundation, you know. Stretch it out over the whole clip. Then we change the opacity again. I should be the only thing to become invincible. Yeah. Okay, so there you got a better idea. You can even see the dawn up there. Now I'm the ghost. It was supposed to be the second me, but this one is fine. Yeah, I get your reaction, Dave. You see, now I'm totally ghost-like. You can just spot my shirt. Hello. Okay, so you got the idea by now. Not the way I had meant to show you, but hopefully it's fine. It really does look like a human. It looks like a... What the hell does it even look like, man? Tell me this is not the way a human would move. Peeking in by accident. Oh, I'm on camera. Gotta go out again. For real. Looks like a damn goblin guy, man. It's very weird. Yeah, no reason to keep messing around in this. Let's just continue. So in the end, my point is that, sure, there could be ghosts out there. But then again, maybe not. It's not an easy thing to prove at all. And I think, even if you got the evidence, you would classify it as a hoax, something that could be untrue, manipulated, edited, you know. So the best thing would be to actually be there when the action is taking place. Be where it's happening. Not just see it, not just hear it, not just believe it. Experience it. And even at that point, it could just be your mind playing tricks on you. But I just thought that this one from the Goldbergs that Dusty showed on his channel were interesting enough for me to actually want to cover the topic, like give my perspective. And I know I'm not an expert on the topic at all. Actually, I'm far from. I just have some ideas about it and wanted to share it with you and remind you to always look out for the truth. It's the biggest and highest of all in this universe. So yeah, thank you Dusty for pointing it out, making a video, and be cool about it and actually allow me or give me your permission or whatever you want to call it to upload it on my channel as well. I didn't want it to look like some sort of ripoff. But thank you, mate. I wish you good times, good days, good vibes, it all. But yeah, that's been it for today, guys. Feel free to go watch it for yourself in the show. Why am I laughing? Yeah, you could also go check Dusty out on the Dirt Show TV. My camera just went out, but we'll just have a look at his channel. Go in here, maybe leave a subscribe. I know he's done some different types of videos. Lately he's been doing a lot of, I wouldn't even call it unboxings, but like reviews of pop figures. If that's the cat outside my door right now. I think it's a sign for me to say goodbye and wrap it up. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you, my viewer, for watching it. Whoever you are, I appreciate it. Have a good day, have a good night, and then we might just meet again sometime. Remember to always think twice. Think 3 times, 4 times, 17 times. Do not find yourself satisfied with things you're told. Go out and research it. Learn for yourself, my child. Thank you. You know who you are. That became weird.